everyone, it's Tara. So today I'm going to share with you how to create some resin embellishments, very similar to the ones that I shared in a previous video where I made some altered journals, and here's one of them. And I mentioned that I made some embellishments that match with the journals. So that's one example. And then I also did a video where I made an altered domino, and I used resin on that as well. So here's another one that I worked on, and as you can see, it gives a beautiful finish. And so some people might say, well, you can just use glossy accents, and you could use glossy accents, but glossy accents is not going to give you the finish that resin is going to give you. So, and it's not going to give you that dimension either. I don't know if you can tell that it gives like a lot of dimension. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. And first I'm going to start out by talking about the different types of resin that you can use. So the first kind of resin is a two-part resin, and this particular brand I got from Michaels. The only disadvantage to this is that it can be kind of messy, and you know, you have to measure, you have to make sure it's equal parts, and also it takes about 12 to 24 hours to fully cure. So if you don't like to wait, you know, which sometimes I don't mind, you might want to try a different type of resin. But I do like using this, and it works great. In fact, this is what I used when I made all of the embellishments for the journals. So that's one type of resin that you can use. Also, you can use a UV resin, and UV resin, and here are two different brands. So this one here is by Lisa Pavelka, and I got this at Michaels. It's about $10.99. Of course, I used a coupon. This particular brand cures in about 5 to 15 minutes in direct sunlight or with a UV lamp. And I'll show you the one that I have in a minute here. So this is, you know, this is a good brand to use. Also, I found this brand, which is Piccolo, and this is an online company. It is a little bit more pricey. I think I paid like $8.99 plus shipping. But this brand I really like working with because it doesn't leave a tacky finish. This one tends to leave a tacky finish when you're, even though it's done, it leaves a tacky finish, and then you have to let it sit for, I don't know, I let mine sit for like a day, and then notice that it wasn't tacky anymore. This does not leave a tacky finish, and it cures in 3 minutes in direct sunlight or under a UV lamp. So UV lamp, you can use a nail salon lamp, and I think you can get those at like beauty salon. And I have this one, and I'm gonna just pick my camera up real quick. This is, again, by Lisa Pavelka. I did get this at Michaels. It was $39.99, and I used a coupon. So that was the benefit of getting this. I was able to use a coupon, so I only paid about 20 bucks. I like it because it's small, and it fits nicely on my desk. It doesn't take up a lot of room. But you can also use the Teresa Collins stamp maker, which I found out after talking to Shantae. She mentioned that that stamp maker has a UV light in it, and you definitely can use that. So if you have that, you know, I would definitely use that. I like using the UV lamp because, as opposed to taking my pieces out in the sunlight, because it's not always sunny, and I like to craft at night, and I do most of my crafting at night. So this this UV lamp was beneficial to me. So those are the different types of resin, and for the purpose of the video, I am going to use this resin here by Piccolo, and I will leave a link to their website in the description box. Yeah, so this dries faster, and so that's why I'm going to use this one here. So I will be back, and we will start making some pieces. Okay, so let's get started with making some embellishments. These are the pieces that I'm going to be working with today. I have some altered clothespins that I painted and added some paper to. This is a domino that I covered with paper and inked around the edge. This is a chipboard sticker that I got from this sticker sheet here, or this chipboard collection here, and I got this from Joann's a while back. This is a sticker that I cut out of this sticker sheet here, and it's Echo Park, and you can use obviously any stickers that you like. So I just cut this little heart out to use, and then this piece here I made, and what I did was I used this stamp set. Let's see. I used the Prima stamp set and stamped the word charming, and then I used this punch here. It's a Stampin' Up! Punch. Use that punch to punch out the word, and then I went ahead and punched some of this medium weight white chipboard, but you can use anything, I guess cereal boxes, and I adhered two together because I wanted the piece to be a little bit more sturdy, and then I went ahead and added the sentiment on top of that, and then I also inked around the edge. So that's how I created that, and this is very similar to what I did on my journals, that the way that I created that. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to prep your pieces. If you're using paper, you have to seal in your whatever you're working with. Otherwise the resin is going to soak through, and I'll give you an example here. So this was a piece that domino that I created, and I did not add any Collage Podge or Mod Podge. You can use either or. And I don't know if you can tell, but this was double-sided paper, and the other side of the paper is showing through. So if this is not a look that you're going for, then you need to seal your whatever you're working with, your image or whatever. However, on this piece it doesn't look bad, but if it was white in the background or something funky on the background, I wouldn't you know, be so happy with it. So that being said, we're going to seal our images, or we're going to seal our pieces. So some of them don't have to be sealed. Like this does not have to be sealed because it already has a seal on it. And I don't know if you can tell. Let's see here. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe you can. But it's already been sealed with something. So I don't have to seal that. And I don't have to seal this sticker either, because it already has like a finish on it that will prevent the resin from soaking through. So I'm not going to seal those, but I am going to seal this and the domino, and I already pre-sealed the clothespin, so I'm not going to have to do that either. So what you're going to need is, I use Collage Podge matte, and I just because I like that brand. So that's what we're going to do. Let me move some of this stuff out the way. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in fast play while I seal these up, or just add the Collage Podge. So I'm going to zoom in, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it in fast play. Okay, so these pieces are prepped and ready to go. This Collage Podge dries really quickly, but I'm going to set these aside for a moment, and I'm going to start working on some of these pieces here. So what you're going to need, whatever type of resin you decide to use, a toothpick, and in this case it's just a skewer that I cut off. This is going to help spread the resin around, and then a lighter. So I like to use a candle lighter. And the lighter is going to help pop any bubbles that you may have in your piece. Okay, so hopefully I'm going to stay in focus. Let me zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to start and then I'll put the rest in fast play. So I like to add the resin right in the middle and then sort of spread it out that way. And if I need more, I'll add more. I also have my light, my UV light set up just to the side of me. So, oops. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so while I was working on that little heart, this piece had already cured. It cures in about 1 minute with this type of resin, and fully in 3 minutes. So I'm going to add another layer to this one. Okay, so this piece is done, and I could always add another layer of resin if I wanted it to have a little bit more dimension, but it looks pretty good. It is, you know, it's kind of flat, but it still has that beautiful glass-like finish. So yeah, you can always add another layer or two if you wanted to. So now I'm going to start working on this piece here, and the reason why I'm using the card, you can use anything, is just it helps me be able to pick the piece up without touching it and adding it to the light. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding some resin to this. I think before I start though, I'm going to add a little piece of bling right there. So that's what I'm going to do first. Okay, so this piece here I am ready to do. I am going to add some bling around the edge first. So I'll go ahead and do that first before I add the resin. Okay, so this piece is done and it came out beautifully, as you can see. I'm going to add one more layer of resin to this because I want it to have a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I will show you the finished piece. Okay, so the domino piece is finished and it came out really pretty. So it doesn't have a whole lot of dimension, as you can see, so I'm going to add one more layer of resin, and then when this is finished I will come back and I'll show you all of the pieces that I've done today and a few others that I did previously. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, so all of the pieces are finished and I think they came out really well. So again, here is the little heart that I made with the chipboard, with the sticker sheet. And as you can see, it still comes off. Here's the little chipboard piece, chipboard sticker. Here's the little piece that I made, little embellishment that I made. And I actually used 3 layers of resin, and you can see all the dimension on that, and I think that one came out really good. And then we have the domino piece here, and I ended up using 3 layers of resin on this, and as you can see it came out really nice, and then you can see that dimension there as well. So also the clothespins turned out really nice, and some of them I used 2 layers and some I used 1, and you can see here that the resin, it didn't like cover the hole up, so I'm happy about that. So I'll be able to add some charms. So that's those, and then I did 2 more clothespins, and I used the other that other brand of resin, the UV resin, and it's the Lisa Pavelka one, and I showed that in the fast play, I believe. But I did that because I wanted you to see the difference, and you can kind of see here how the Lisa Pavelka brand sort of pulls away from your piece. You see how it pulls away and like wants to like pull in the middle? So that may happen, but all you have to do is add another layer of resin and that should correct itself. So I just wanted to show that to you, because just in case you guys end up getting that brand. And see, this is one with 2 layers on it, so it did correct itself. Okay, now I just want to quickly share with you a few other pieces that I have already created prior to this little tutorial. So I have a couple not paper clips, clothespins here that I did previously. These are like little mini clothespins. Here's a wooden piece that I added. I just painted it and added some resin to that. Little wooden butterflies. So I did those. I also cut out some pieces from the Vintage Collector paper collection, and these were just hearts, and then added the resin to that. Now these pieces here, I used the sunlight. I didn't have my lamp at that point, but I still think they came out really cute. Some of them are kind of like, see how they're kind of bent a little bit, but I think that's okay. Here's another one. And I think these are going to be really cute, or maybe really cute on like a paper clip. Add it to a paper clip. I think that might be cute. So that's another idea. Also, I did some flowers before, and again, these are paper flowers, so of course I prepped them first with the collage page and then added the resin to that. I think those came out super cute. Here's just a little butterfly. This was a Cane Company piece, and I just added resin to that, the UV resin, and I set this out in the sunlight as well, because I didn't have my lamp then, but I think that came out really cute. The bottle caps. So you can also fill your bottle caps with resin, and I love the way it comes out. But I must say that this is the 2-part resin that you have to actually pour. So here's another one, and I think these came out really, really pretty, and I'm not quite done with these yet, but when I did some bottle caps with the UV resin, I kept getting like this little bubble underneath. It's like underneath the resin, and it happened twice, so that's why I did not include this in my tutorial, because I was using the UV type of resin. But if you're using the 2-part resin, I think you'll be fine, and I love the way that those came out. They came out really, really pretty. Also, here's a few more dominoes that I did previously. I showed this one. Here's another one I did. Here's a couple more. This one was actually using a sticker that I just stuck right on the domino, added the resin, and then added this little piece afterwards. Here's another one that I did. So those are a few more dominoes. I'll show you some of these paper clips. These are the larger ones, and so I obviously did like a little Christmas theme here, and so I think all of those came out really nice. This one here, I just added the strips of the bling. You didn't have to prep it or anything. You just add the strips of bling, add the resin, and it was good to go. This one is really, really cute. I want to point this out because I added 3 layers of resin to this one, and you can see the dimension on that. Okay, so yep, these are really having fun with this resin stuff. And so then these are just 2 more that I did. This is using the Prima Lyric collection. Camera focus. There we go. And this was like, I think 2 layers of resin. So that came out really cute. And then here's another one using the Vintage Collector. And this was, I think, 1 or 2 layers of resin as well. So that's it. That's it for the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you will go out and make your own pieces. I'm sure, you know, we can save a lot of money by making our own embellishments that match perfectly with our projects. So let me know what you guys come up with. I'd love to see what you guys do, and how you use this tutorial, and you know, just let me know what you do, and you know, leave me a message or leave a comment on the video, and I'll come check out, you know, what you did. So I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, so have a great day. Bye.